Mas chega mais, vem junto que nós temos muitos assuntos hoje nesse sabadão. Já começando a te contar um assunto infelizmente triste, vai ser enterrado hoje à tarde o corpo do policial militar Gleidson Santos de Carvalho, de 33 anos, que acabou morto ontem durante uma tentativa de assalto. Assunto de Tarsila Alvarindo, que vai falar pra gente. Oi, Tarsila, boa tarde para você. Hoje a gente segue acompanhando a fatalidade que aconteceu, o acidente que vitimou 5 alunos de pós-graduação da Universidade Estadual de Feira de Santana. Eles morreram no acidente na BR-242. Assunto que está sendo acompanhado de perto por Bruna Evangelho. Oi, Bruna. Muita comoção das pessoas, parentes e amigos, não é? Bom dia.
Isso mesmo.
Em Tapetinga. E aqui em Salvador tem música também, viu? Hoje o Coral do Hemoba se apresenta. A ação faz parte de uma campanha para ajudar a melhorar o estoque do banco de sangue, fazer com que as pessoas se mobilizem. E quem for aí vai conferir essa música de perto, né, Felipe? Tudo bem?
Isso, Camila.
I'm joined with Ivana Lynch. How are you doing this evening?
Good, thank you.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for supporting animal equality. The question of the evening is, what does animal equality mean to you?
I mean, not seeing animals as our inferiors or as our property. I've never seen them that way. I've always, just because they're different doesn't mean that we have, we get to say how they live their life, what to do with them. So that's what it is to me, just treating them equally.
That's a great point. And then what makes you want to support animal equality, and what brought you here tonight over all of the other animal rights groups that are out there?
Well, I go to a lot of them because I just admire everyone who's speaking up for animals, but they're just very strong on their message, and they're kind of, they're fearless in showing people the truth. I admired their project a lot where they did the eye animal thing, the immersive experience, because I know so many people who would support animal rights, who would get more invested in the cause if they could see these things. So yeah, I was really impressed by that project.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us this evening, and have a blast, okay?
I will.
Ever Sports Humanitarian of the Year Award. One of the main awards is the Stuart Scott Inspired Award. Tell me what it means to support such an event and what that award represents.
Well, being here as a part of the Sports Humanitarian Awards is just truly an honor and a privilege. WWE is all about putting smiles on people's faces, whether we do that by giving back to the community or through our entertainment programming. And we actually have 4 key pillars to giving back, whether it's diversity and inclusion, hope, education, or military. And I just think that, we're up for 2 awards here tonight. John Cena, one of our biggest superstars, is up for Sports Humanitarian of the Year. He actually just granted his 500th Make-A-Wish, and that is more wishes than any other celebrity, athlete, or performer, entertainer has granted. And that's because it's out of the goodness of his heart. And all of our superstars and divas give back because they want to, not because they're contractually obligated. And to be here tonight with all of these athletes and incredible organizations, I think we're all winners because we're supporting such an amazing cause.
You guys had the chance to work with one of the highest paid athletes in sports today, Floyd Mayweather Jr. How did you guys end up working with Floyd Mayweather Jr.? And it's a possibility that he might wrestle again for you guys.
I would say in WWE anything's possible, and Floyd Mayweather's a big fan, and we're a fan of his work, so it was a win-win situation for us.
This is my house.
I'd like to start with you, asking about your character, if you can compare how her changed in these last 10 years.
Oh, she has changed a lot. When we first met her, she was definitely on the villain side. We didn't really have much access to her emotionally. And then throughout the movies, we've gained more access and started to understand her. And now she's starting to soften up a little bit, show a vulnerable side, and I guess a slightly more humorous side as she kind of accepts love from her new Guardians family and learns how to show love back to them.
And Mantis changed a lot as well, Pom, right?
Yeah, totally. When you first meet Mantis, you know, she feels super awkward, she's shy, she's not used to being around other people. And then she gets to grow, you know, with the Guardians of the Galaxy. She spends quite some time with them. And there's a family dynamic, you know, between her and Peter, their siblings, and, you know, with all the other Guardians too. So she gains in self-confidence. She's unapologetic, but she still cares for them, and she's ready to fight for them, you know? This one is really such a beautiful movie. There's a darker tone to it. You get to learn about Rocket's backstory, and it's beautiful because even just as an audience, you know, I remember watching the first Guardians of the Galaxy when I was not even in it, you know, and I remember when he was like taking off his shirt, Rocket, you saw that he had like some weird things in the back, you know, like some scars, and now finally you get to understand why he is how he is and all the trauma he's been through, and it's really heartbreaking and beautiful.
Yeah, the whole film is such an emotional roller coaster. Like, you're gonna cry, but then you're gonna be laughing 2 seconds later, and it really does feel like up and down in this really exciting, thrilling way. I think people are gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah, and the music is incredible. I was like watching the movie and I wanted to dance in my seat. I was like, no, I have to like not move too much.
Why do you think this franchise is different from others from Marvel?
I think we've got the secret ingredient that's not secret at all, James Gunn.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
It's his personality, isn't it? It's his sense of humor, his taste in music. All of these characters are, I think, explorations into himself in some way. And, you know, he's just such an incredible filmmaker and so unique and has a style and a point of view. And we're so lucky that we got to be in his franchise.
Yeah, he has such an incredible imagination, and at the same time, you really care about the characters, you know? And it's even if it's funny and very entertaining, it's always rooted in something very deep that talks about family and all the connections that you have with each other, and you know, it's the universal feelings, you know, universal, yeah.
Todos vocês. Hoje eu começo falando para os moradores de cidades onde rios transbordaram e a tendência ainda é de subir mais, segundo o Serviço Geológico do Brasil. Em Minas,